For over 240 years, LGBTQ plus service members have served this nation with distinction. Not only did they have to put up with the rigors of military life, the training, the long hours, the time away from family and loved ones, they had to do so while burying a secret, while being persecuted, while being shamed, and carrying that with them every day of their service.
A few moments ago, we placed a wreath at the gravesite of Tech Sergeant Leonard Matlovich, U.S. Air Force. And as I stood during that moment of silence that followed, I could not help but become emotional in knowing that because of him, I will have the honor of being laid to rest at a national cemetery and the opportunity to have my husband lay next to me. We're gathered at the Congressional Cemetery, a final resting place for civil servants who promoted the freedoms and opportunities of this country. Through words and memories, we honor what they did. And those memories ignite our hopes and dreams. I know that we can never repay Tech Sergeant Leonard Matlovich for breaking ground that opened doors to allow LGBTQ citizens to serve openly and live their truth. But we can honor their memories, his memory, by cherishing all of the freedoms that this great nation has to offer and never letting those freedoms be rolled back.
Having served for over 15 years, I've seen the effects that Don't Ask, Don't Tell had on the veteran community. Seeing that when we returned home from deployment, many of my LGBT brothers and sisters were unable to have their love celebrated and their return appreciated in the ways that other soldiers were able to. I've also continued to serve with the DC National Guard and have had the pleasure of seeing the effects that the removal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell have had on current serving veterans and the level of acceptance and the amount of openness that individuals in the LGBT community are able to serve now.
As an openly lesbian bishop, it gives me great honor to be here with you on today. So I ask that you would bow with me for our prayer. Thank you, God, for every person who has fought for the rights of those who are LGBT serving in the different arms of the military. Thank you, God, for those who were serving during the time of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. But we also celebrate, God, those who are serving now, who can openly serve and be who they are, be authentic, and express themselves as they believe best represents who they are. God, we celebrate them on today, and we thank you for their service.
It is the veteran. It is the veteran, not the preacher, who has given us freedom of religion. It is the veteran, not the reporter, who has given us freedom of press. It is the veteran, not the poet, who has given us freedom of speech. It is the veteran, not the campus organizer, who has given us freedom to assemble. It is the veteran, not the lawyer, who has given us the right to a fair trial. It is the veteran, not the politician, who has given us the right to vote. It is the veteran who salutes the flag. It is the veteran who serves under the flag, to be buried by the flag so the protesters can burn the flag.
on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, come down to just two simple words to say: thank you. Stop and think about this day, Veterans Day, celebrating the service of all U.S. military veterans. Notice the correct spelling holds no apostrophe. It is not needed. The day is for all who have served. Look around you and see that gentleman over there with a hat that says USMC, the woman with a t-shirt that says Navy, your co-worker whose son was in the Army, the pilot who just flew in, his ring says Air Force, the car in the parking lot that says Coast Guard. Stop, ask, and thank them for their service, not just today, but every day. To the veterans of the past, thank you. To the veterans of the present, thank you. Because of you, we will remember to say thank you to the veterans of the future.
During my lifetime, I've been humbled to see our country, the country that I love, make great strides in the pursuit of equality for the LGBTQ citizens and service members. So as we remember Tech Sergeant Leonard Matlovich, it becomes very personal for me because when I graduated the Academy in 1988, I never dreamed that I would return in 2016, walking hand in hand with my then partner, now husband, showing him the Academy I loved and proud of the country that I served in and still serve. So I thank him for removing the hinges on those first closet doors and allowing me to live and serve openly.
We rejoiced at the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, which gave thousands of service members the openness and the ability to serve without shame, without a secret, to bring their loved ones and the people that are most important to them to promotion ceremonies and retirement ceremonies and get them benefits like everybody else is entitled to. But we still have work to do, making it our mission that everybody has equal rights and equality. That's how we can honor the veterans that we've come to honor today. Thank you. As I was laying the wreath, I felt a tremendous sense of responsibility and just honor and pride to be representing veterans, LGBTQ veterans, for hundreds of years, and the thousands that are out there today, and all those that are still serving. It's just such an honor and a privilege to be able to do that.
Since we're going back in time and finding LGBT service members that either didn't get recognized or they got recognized, but their surviving spouse or significant others were not recognized. One of the first people I met had been married to her wife for 27 years, and they were both police, and her wife was killed in the line of duty, and she was asked to leave a memorial service because she was not considered immediate family. So when we brought her here to DC, that was the first time she was recognized as that surviving spouse. And it just, what it meant to her told me we had to continue it.
I remember serving during Don't Ask, Don't Tell, and just remember how kind of frightened I was during my time in service, having to hide my identity and not being able to serve out and proud, and seeing the repeal was a really exciting moment for me, and I really decided to come out and pay my respects to the LGBT service members that came before me.
I'm a person who went through an investigation myself, so I know what suppression is like in the military. I was there during Don't Ask, Don't Tell. I was there when I didn't tell. I was just really witch hunted a little bit. Went through an investigation where a lot of my friends lied on my behalf so I can keep my job. So being here at a ceremony to honor gay veterans is very important to me, especially now that they can serve openly.